Hi everyone, this is Jarosław Ozimek speaking from PORTPC, Polish Heat Pump Technology Development Organization. In this presentation, we will show a case study of the refit of the facility under strict conservation care. It's located in the southwest part of Poland in a small nowadays village named HENRYKOW. We make this presentation to demonstrate the practical use of ground heat pumps not only in new constructions, but also in retrofitted ones where buildings, gardens and trees are under strict guardianships of the conservator. We will demonstrate that even in such environment, with the right approach and cooperation with authorities, one is able to apply the use of ground source heat pumps. Let's have a look at the project site. We are in HENRYKOW, in a post-Cistercian monastery dating from the 13th century. This huge complex has undergone through thermomodernization, including the replacement of heat sources with the use of ground heat pumps. Even the historic layout of the complex is registered as a monument under strict conservation care. There are special observation entries in the local spatial development plan. Moreover, monastery gardens and park with some individual trees are listed individually in the Register of Monuments under the protection of the Provincial Office for Historic Preservation. Nowadays, within the complex, we have the church from the 13th century, Baroque monastery from the 17th century, the memorial tombs of the Ziembice dukes from 18th century. We have got the orangery, now a gym hall, the seminary, dormitory, and Caritas nursing home for the chronically somatically ill with rehabilitation department. So, this is a living place with people, what makes the project more challenging. Key aspect for designing and building the source for ground heat pumps is that borehole field is located on the Baroque garden, which itself is within the boundaries of the Natura 2000 network. It should also be noted the proximity of monument trees listed in the Protective Register of Natural Monuments, among others, common yew and pink oak. The work carried out here required the consent of the Provincial Monument Conservator and permission for archaeological work. One of the major challenges was the care and designated monument of nature, trees. In consultation with dendrological specialists, a plan was created for the implementation of the drilling and earthworks, which includes the construction of piezometers to observe water level and quality. Moreover, its separate scope of activities of construction of the source, drilling, horizontal connection, excavation was preceded by a detailed work plan, approved and supervised by an archaeologist dedicated to handling the project. Test holes drilled at opposite locations of the field showed that from the point of view of lead time and the possibility of accurate separation of aquifer horizons, it would be advisable to change the planned depth of 200 meters to the depth of 100 meters. Mud drilling would allow for accurate separation of horizons, which, with subsequent filling the annular space with thermal cement, will allow for the preservation of the water level and water quality that fits the garden and natural monuments. After the analysis, it was decided to build the ground heat pump source as 130 of 100-meter boreholes with the heat exchanger in the form of a single U 40 millimeters. It was also decided to use a non-standard solution. The entire well field fits 3 different heat pump rooms without dividing it into 3 separate fields. This resulted in better load balancing of the source as a whole with fluctuations, different heat demand from each heat and cool node. To sum up, the buildings have been modernized to the total heat demand of the thermomodernized facilities to over 800 kilowatts, of which over 500 kilowatts are installed in heat pumps that are supplied from the field of the boreholes. There are 3 heat pump rooms in 3 buildings: the main monastery, the western outbuilding, and the gym hall with the lecture hall. Of course, there are heat pump cascades specific for each room. The cooperation with conservatories, archaeologists, and all other authorities was at the highest possible level, and I would like that such cooperation will be the norm everywhere. The monastery in Henrykow is a perfect example of something which seems to be almost impossible: the installation of heat pumps in a historical building, being made possible thanks to a team of experienced designers and contractors in cooperation with the manufacturer of the heating system.